Using your skill and judgment, can you put an X on the centre of the ball? It's spot the ball. Do you remember that competition? It was a grainy photo of a football match and there was no ball in the picture. And they told you the ball had been removed. I never believed them. I thought that there was a picture, there was no ball in the picture, and they decided where the ball was. Just a random placement. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? And so there's two factors at play. One, where do I put that dot? Two, where does the judge say it is? And even if they have removed the ball, I know that it was the centre of the ball really precisely to the nth degree that could decide it. There might be two X's, so you had to be careful about how you made the X, and you could get these stamps that would do an area. But you hadn't done the area, you'd only done where the centres were. Okay? So the trick would then be, well, you need to remove the doubt by thinking about how the judge's mind works, and where will he put the ball? Well, he'll put it where you put the X. How will he do that? Because you're visualising doing it. Imagine that's how it works. That you can control your life so brilliantly that you could put the spot where the judge puts it. And you can. And you can prove that's true, because think about Schrodinger's wave of probability and look at the ends. Ignore the nonsense, ignore the bell curve, the impending doom if you look up. Right? Look to where the light is getting through, at the far ends, and see where it runs out. And follow that through, chase it down. Yeah, it's a wave function. So chase it down to the nth degree. Have you got to the end? Tell me when you stopped. Keep going. No, there's more. Look. Keep going. I finished yet? Exactly. So what that means is that the multiverse exists, as described as a piece of machinery, a holographic projector that the Archangel Michael and myself designed in our minds by visualizing it in an exchange of voicemail messages and one chat that just lifted me into a place of knowledge. It was incredible. So it's not my knowledge. I'm lifted there. How? By visualizing it. So, remember the story of my wife and how I visualized someone so perfect that she couldn't possibly exist to a friend who contacted me out of the blue, who I went to because I'd set up for a weekend for my dog to go away. First time I'd been apart from her since I'd had her properly, and so I had to go somewhere, and then out of the blue a friend contacted me and I went there and we chatted, had a brilliant time, and I think I helped him in what he was going through, and I described the perfect woman, and then 4 days later she walked into a clearing in the middle of the woods where you're going to meet fucking people who walk dogs, and I know them all. I've been here for fucking 3 years, and somebody who's lived there 7 years with a dog and walks in the woods all the time, suddenly that was the moment that we joined together. How did I do that? I visualised it to my friend. Because I was following the synchronicities that were given to me, I just went, oh, that's what I'm doing then, great, I'll do that. That's how you live life. It's the meaning of life. Tell your own story. Be your own hero. Okay. And from now on it's going to be easy, because the war's over. The war finishes today. The angels are riding in Lebanon. Okay? Watch what's happening. The angels are riding in Lebanon. I see them rising. Yeah? I see peace breaking out today, 1st of January 2024, the end of the 20th century. The beginning of a new dating system. We'll work on it now. So that's your task. It's a delegated task from the place of God. Again, I can keep saying it, Acts 3, 22, 23. I'm standing in the place of God. I have risen so high in the love that I express that God has allowed me to stand in this place next to him, and no one else is here, just me. from this place of God, I delegate this task. Visualize that this might be true. Think about it. Think about if you're in a film and I went to see, with my daughter, we went to see Blade Runner, the remake. Fucking hell, what a boring film. What a pile of dog shit. And it had a great review. Yeah. 3 hours, it was like my fucking life. 3 hours of it. Fucking hell. It went on forever. It was awful. But when we'd finished, and I think the Meg and I said, oh, we stuck it out. Yeah. I don't think I went to see a film since. So awful. That's what I'm experiencing. I've experienced the last 3 years in my life. And I've longed for this catharsis of closure of my section, the unfairness of my section. And so I want an inquiry. I'm going to run an inquiry, a global inquiry into the PCA tables 1942 that have issued with no reference. And I'm going to insist that that reference is restored, and I'm going to give them all the information to restore a single reference, which is Lavo 1915. Just that hymn, and then we'll have a body of work that is provenance for all the information in the 42 tables. That's it. And I'm insisting we do that, and that will be a slow inquiry that's ahead of us. Alongside that, I'm going to run an appeal for my section. Here's a story. You'll love this story to finish. When I was sectioned, I was in there for 12 days. And when I went in, what I expressed, you could have said I was having a psychotic episode. But what you were seeing was a man frustrated beyond despair at what I was trying to do. Just trying to fucking help you. Nothing. And it was kind of a throw of the dice to get sections. I kind of invited it. I didn't want it. It was a test for my family, really. They fucking not. They would. You know, if I test them enough, push them hard enough, they'll listen to me. My father is an engineer. My younger brother, incredibly intelligent man. My older brother can be fantastically insightful into how he behaves. All of them can be those things, and they proved that they're not, and none of those things, because between them all they sectioned. So I was in there for 12 days. The ordeal of getting arrested is a story in its own, and there's some body cam footage of it. Should be. I've never seen it. I couldn't bear it. You've got to watch it. September the 10th, 2021, sometime in the middle of the night, man in pants gets fucking dehumanised by 3 police officers of the South Wales Constabulary and then dragged off a mountain. A man rescued off a mountain from his bed. It was in his safest place possible. It could possibly be. They found a man who was really, really safe. And so they rescued him from there to a place of safety at the hands of 3 policemen. And that's on body cam footage somewhere. That'd be good for you to watch, because you'll understand what I went through. 12 days inside, I realised I launched my appeal, and in 14 days you have to have an appeal. And on day 12, when I realised how much trouble I was in, when you see the story, I had to get out of there. Right? Like, they threatened me with, they were going to run me the whole 28 days, and then they could sex me for 6 months if they wanted to. No fucking nothing. Yeah, seriously, no way out. And I went, fuck, I'm in trouble, so I had to get out. And then I had an interview. Day 12, finally, for 12 days in there, I got to speak to someone when I was back switched on again. Yeah, Reynolds B. Angels back in the hot seat. And I was speaking to a doctor who was actually a doctor and was prepared to listen to me. And we discussed things. And so I played the game to start. So at the beginning of the interview, get this, day 12. Now, part of my gamble at that time was, if I could get my shit in front of a court of law as evidence in my defence, they'd have to look at it. They'd have no choice. They've got to. Got to. So I'm saying this is true. They've got to say, no, it isn't. I say, yes, it is. So we're debating, my defence is the existence of God. Yeah, we're rerunning Max Planck, his decision. And so, day 12, I'm only 2 days away from this appeal hearing. I've prepared it with my solicitor. I've done all the work I can. I've written it all down and prepared my case, ready to launch for my appeal. Right. Fucking raining now. I'm actually going to keep talking. I'm nearly at the end. And I chickened out. I didn't think I had good enough. I had a choice between launching that strategy that I might have failed at because I didn't understand it. This was fucking 2 years ago. I only just understood they were lying, and then tried to put a case together to demonstrate they were lying based on nothing. So it wasn't enough. So I chose freedom, and I got my mind right, boss, and I used the language. So I started the interview. They wanted to keep me in. Halfway through, they're going to let me go on license. At the end, they let me go, and I walked out there on air. I walked home from Planchesant, actually, over the mountains, because I got locked up in Milwaukee. I fuck all these just walking boots, little stupid shorts, and a t-shirt. And yeah, man, look at this fucking hailstorm. I'm standing out in a hailstorm. I'm telling a story about getting sections. Fucking welcome to New Earth.